You know that phrase, the most wonderful time of the year? Well, let's be real, it can also be the most stressful time of the year. I mean, between the shopping, the planning, and all the family logistics, it's so easy to feel completely buried. But what if you had a secret weapon? Okay, we're going to dive into exactly that. This is your guide on how to use some really simple AI microhacks to get your holiday season back, and you can start right now.
Yeah, that feeling of just being swamped by a to-do list that never, ever ends, it is definitely not just you. We've all been there. That pressure to create the quote-unquote perfect holiday, it's a totally universal experience. And you know what? The data backs this up in a huge way. Okay, so let's start with just the sheer amount of time we're talking about. Get this, 27 hours. That's the average. That is more than a full day of your life gone, just on prepping for the holidays. Just stop and think about that for a second. What would you do with an entire extra day, right in the middle of the craziest time of the year? And look, the stress is real. A whopping 77% of people, that's more than 3/4 of us, say they find some part of holiday planning totally overwhelming. So yeah, if you're feeling that pressure, you are 100% in the majority. It's something we all go through. But here's the thing, it really doesn't have to be your reality.
So, where is all this stress actually coming from? Let's break it down. You've got the mental gymnastics of choosing the perfect gifts, managing the budget, which is a big one, the actual physical chore of shopping, and for so many of us, the absolute biggest monster is organizing the big family dinners. I'm betting at least one of those sounds painfully familiar, right?
Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. Now, let's talk about the solution. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about AI being this super complex, futuristic tech. For what we're doing here, it's way, way simpler. Think of it as your own personal AI co-pilot, ready to help you fly right through that holiday storm.
You know, this quote here really nails the mindset we're going for. It's not about AI replacing you. Not at all. It's about assisting you. It's a tool that's just designed to take on all those little tedious tasks so you can actually get back to enjoying the parts of the season that matter.
Now, the absolute key to making all of this work is knowing how to ask for help. Seriously, this is the master key for everything else we're going to talk about. So don't just type in, "Give me gift ideas." That's too vague. You got to be specific. Try something like, "Give me 3 gift ideas for my 12-year-old nephew who loves space and Legos and keep it under $50. See the difference? Context and details are going to be your best friends here. All right, let's get into the really practical stuff. We're calling these microhacks because that's exactly what they are. Tiny, simple things you can do right now to get immediate relief from those big stressors we just talked about. So let's take gift planning. For a ton of us, this is a huge headache. The before picture is, well, it's endless scrolling on websites, guessing out your budget, and that rising panic as the days tick by. The after picture, with AI, it is a total game changer. We're talking personalized gift lists, budget-friendly ideas, and a clear, organized plan, all in seconds. This is all about taking that heavy mental load right off your shoulders. All you have to do is feed the AI a few key details, like the person's interests, maybe their first name, and your price range, and it does all the brainstorming for you. Just like that, a major source of stress becomes a super simple, quick task. And what about meal planning? Oh man, that's a huge one for so many people. This is a perfect example of where AI just shines. It can whip up a full menu for you, and get this, it can handle all those tricky dietary needs. Gluten-free, vegan, no problem. It makes sure everyone at the table has something delicious to eat, and you're not stuck juggling a million different recipes.
And it's not just the menu. This becomes a complete end-to-end solution. It goes from the initial ideas to a categorized grocery list that saves you a ton of time at the store, and it can even give you some guidance on the budget. Oh, and you can tell it your cooking skill level, so you only get recipes you're actually comfortable making. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so you've made it. You survived the big day. But the holiday season isn't just about all the prep work, is it? It's also about the recovery afterwards. So let's shift gears and talk about how you can use AI to help you decompress and hit that reset button for the new year.
We all know that feeling, right? The sudden quiet after the storm. The decorations are still up, the house is a mess, and the energy has just completely shifted. The big question is, how do you actually intentionally recharge instead of just, crashing on the couch for 3 days? So here is your AI-assisted decompression kit. Think of this like a menu of options for your brain. You can find some calm with guided meditations. You can process all your thoughts with some reflective journaling. You can get creative with zero pressure, or you can even get a head start on organizing and decluttering for the year ahead.
The real magic with these tools is the personalization. An app like Calm or Headspace doesn't just throw a generic meditation at you. Nope, they use AI to learn from you, to adapt to your feedback, and to tailor sessions for exactly what you need in that moment. Whether you're dealing with some post-holiday anxiety or you're just struggling to sleep, it's got you covered. And this part is really cool. AI basically makes being creative accessible to everyone, which is an amazing way to relax. You don't have to be an artist or a musician. You can just describe an image you're thinking of, or a type of song you want to hear, and tools like Dolly or Suno will literally create it for you. It's all of the fun, with none of the pressure. It's a great way to just switch your brain off and play for a bit. So, okay, we've talked about a lot of different hacks and tools. But let's zoom out for a second. What's the real payoff here? What's the whole point of doing any of this? Because I promise you, it's not just about being more efficient.
Hey, remember that number from the beginning? 27 hours? Well, this is what people say they would actually do if they got that time back. And look at this. It's not about doing more chores or more work. It's about connecting with family, finally catching up on sleep, and just enjoying hobbies or reading a book. You know, the stuff that actually matters.
So at the end of the day, using AI to help with the holidays isn't about some weird obsession with efficiency. It's a strategy. It's about delegating the boring stuff, cutting down your stress, and then consciously taking your most valuable resources, your time and your energy, and pointing them right back at the people and the experiences that make the season actually feel special.
And that really brings us to the final and maybe most important question. So my question to you is this. What's the first holiday task you're going to delegate to your new AI copilot? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's just drafting a gift list, or planning one single meal, or even just finding a 5-minute meditation. The only way to really see how powerful this can be is to just give it a shot. So, what are you going to offload first?